Test driver Matis Kurat is talking about what a rough life he has. Here it is, a gorgeous day, and he's got to go to work. Not that anyone needs to feel sorry for him. Today he's got the enviable task of testing an especially tempting piece of German engineering, Porsche's new Cayman R, the most powerful version in the Cayman series. The Cayman R produces 243 kilowatts of power. The Cayman S, which used to be the most powerful model in the line, could generate 235 kilowatts. To squeeze those 8 extra kilowatts out of the engine, Porsche modified the exhaust system and made adjustments to the engine's electronics. Matis says 8 kilowatts may not sound like a lot, but combined with the 55 kilograms that Porsche trimmed from the vehicle's weight, it makes a real difference. In other words, while the Cayman S weighed at least 1,350 kilograms, the Cayman R weighs just 1,295, yet has 8 kilowatts more power. The result is significantly better performance. Matis says the aluminum doors cut 15 kilos off the car's weight, and new seats brought it down another 12 kilos. Then they took out the radio, saving another 3 kilos, and replaced the lead battery with a weight-saving lithium-ion one. Drivers who want to cut even more weight can choose the manual transmission, which weighs 25 kilos less than the dual-clutch automatic transmission. But that actually makes the car a little slower, costing about 1/10 of a second in the 0 to 100 sprint. The manual is also less fuel efficient, raising consumption by half a liter per 100 kilometers. On the outside, the shape of the new Cayman is pretty much unchanged, though the stark contrast created by the black trim, wheels, mirrors, and the rear spoiler give the car a sportier look. Porsche wasn't trying to build a completely new car. They just wanted to give drivers a little more to play with. And that's something the engineers at Zuffenhausen definitely achieved. In fact, they've done it so well that in some respects the Cayman R even surpasses the prototypical Porsche, the legendary 911. Matis explains that the mid-engine layout that the Cayman R shares with its Cayman and Boxster siblings makes this car considerably more enjoyable on winding country roads. The steering is precise. The car's excellent weight distribution lets it handle surface irregularities with poise. Throttle response is instantaneous and precise. The same goes for the brakes. Inside, the no-nonsense furnishings underscore the car's focus on performance. The contoured bucket seats can be adjusted only front to rear. The seat back position is fixed. Where other Caymans have carpeting, the R offers painted plastic. Porsche even left off sun visors. And because the engine is placed right behind the seats, the Cayman has 2 trunks. The rear trunk offers 260 liters of space. There's also a little door that provides access to the oil fill cap and radiator fluid. Up front, the Cayman has another 150 liters of trunk space. And for drivers who want even more from their Cayman, Porsche offers an option that boosts performance further. Mata says it's the Sport Chrono package that lets the driver choose between Sport mode and Sport Plus. And this third button, which looks a bit like a pair of binoculars but represents a twin exhaust, lets the driver choose an even throatier engine sound. Perhaps it's for Porsche drivers who are hard of hearing, or for drivers who want to make sure no passerby can possibly fail to notice the Cayman when it roars down the street. Mata says the Cayman R's €70,000 price tag in Germany is no bargain. The Audi TT-RS and BMW Z4 offer similar performance for about €12,000 less. But the Cayman's lightweight will excite real sports car fans and provides a real alternative to considerably more expensive sport cars. Berlin hosted this year's Challenge Bibendum, a 5-day event that showcases new developments in green mobility. 47 car makers were on hand at the old Tempelhof airfield and on the streets of the German capital to present the latest developments in non-polluting, fuel-efficient vehicles. The Challenge Bibendum is named after this familiar figure, the Michelin Man. In 1998, when he celebrated his 100th birthday, the French tire company organized a rally for cars that use innovative technologies. Since then, the Challenge Bibendum has been held almost every year, moving from country to country around the world. This visitor says the event shows what the future might look like and how far technology has already come. All kinds of mobility, maybe even competitive sporting events, can use alternative and sustainable forms of propulsion. Various rallies in and around Berlin demonstrated the potential of clean vehicles. In the Battery Electric Rally, electric and hybrid cars covered 125 kilometers on their way to Tempelhof Airfield. One participant, Rob Kuntz, says it's fascinating how a battery recharges itself going downhill or when braking. The car does the braking, he doesn't. Audi hopes to integrate wind power as a source of electricity for its e-mobile. Rainer Mangold says Audi Balance brings together all the company's activities in sustainable energy. Its first big project is the e-gas project. Audi plans to use wind turbines to generate electricity and use any extra power to make hydrogen. It can then combine the hydrogen with CO2 to produce synthetic natural gas. That makes it possible to store and use the original energy in a variety of ways. This concept earned Audi an award at the Challenge Bibendum. The Bibendum rallies consider not only how vehicles drive, but also look at environmental characteristics, like how efficient they are and how much carbon dioxide they emit. With city vehicles, noise emissions were included. Alexander Zerner said the vehicles at the rally attracted a lot of attention. People turned around to look at them, rolled down their windows at traffic lights, and were really interested in the cars. He says that's a sign that one important goal has been reached, that people are aware of these cars. Berlin provided the stage in 2011. The next Challenge Bibendum will take place in 2013, though Michelin hasn't yet announced where. Mercedes has presented its new C-Class Coupe. Buyers of the elegant two-door with the long, low roof can choose from among 3 gasoline engines and 2 diesels with between 125 kilowatts and 225 kilowatts of power. The Coupe is designed as a sporty model, but all versions feature automatic start-stop systems to save fuel. They're also available with a long list of driver assist systems. The Coupe is already on sale in Germany, with prices starting at around €33,000. Volkswagen has brought out the new version of its popular Tiguan. From the front, the small SUV looks a lot like its big brother, the Touareg. Like the old model, it's available in two configurations, one for street use and one for off-road. 3 of the engines available to European customers are completely new. An automatic start-stop system helps the thriftiest Tiguan, the 2.0 TDI, get by with 5.3 liters of diesel for 100 kilometers. It also can be ordered with driver assist systems, including fatigue recognition, lane monitoring, and light assist. Today we're going to test 2 mid-size sedans, the Skoda Octavia and the Suzuki Kizashi. The Skoda has been on the market for a while and is available with 7 different engines. We've chosen the most powerful gasoline engine with 118 kilowatts. The Suzuki is available with only one engine, a gasoline unit with 131 kilowatts. We'll start with the Skoda. The first Octavia hit the German market in 1996. Our model can accelerate from 0 to 100 in 7.8 seconds. Skoda rates fuel consumption at 6.6 liters for 100 kilometers, though our car needed a little more than that. The 118 kilowatt engine combined with the direct shift gearbox makes a very good impression and pulls away nicely when you hit the gas. The Octavia simply feels good when it's moving. You hardly notice the bumps. It's a good suspension. The buttons on the steering wheel are a bit of a pain, however. If you don't pay attention, it's easy to accidentally turn up the volume or change the radio station. Now for the Suzuki. The Kizashi, the company's flagship model, has been available in Germany for about a year and is still relatively rare. It does 0 to 100 in the same time as the Skoda, 7.8 seconds, and in Germany costs almost 30,000 euros. That price includes a long list of features. The Suzuki Kizashi is well equipped. The only option missing is a metallic paint job. The Suzuki suspension isn't quite as good as that of the Skoda. Bumps and other road irregularities are transmitted straight to the steering wheel and can make the car feel a little jittery. The Suzuki also has a larger engine, something you really notice at the pumps. Fuel consumption is much higher, and it doesn't drop much when you hit the Autobahn or get out of city traffic. As far as performance goes, the Suzuki can't keep up with the Skoda, but the Japanese car's design clearly beats the Octavia. We'll start with the Kizashi's more elegant chrome trim and sporty wheel rims. The grille is also much more striking. The two hoods are about even, but the Kizashi has the more aggressive front apron and 2 exhaust pipes that, frankly, promise more than they deliver. The Skoda wins points for its flowing lines in the rear. But overall, it's the Kizashi that makes the more dynamic impression. To sum it all up, the Skoda Octavia is the clear winner in this contest. With 7 different engines compared to just one for the Suzuki, Skoda buyers can select exactly what suits them best. The Kizashi's engine burns considerably more fuel than the Skoda's too. The Octavia is also more agile and feels like the more solid automobile. When vintage car lovers gather at Lake Como for the annual Concorso d'Eleganza, they want to see and be seen. Owners of classic cars often dress up in period costumes, fitting of the era in which their vehicles were made. The event is organized by BMW. While usually focused on the future, the car maker is careful not to forget its storied past. Manfred Grunert says tradition is a facet of BMW's brand image, one that draws people in. He labels it a calling card for the firm and its brands, something which exudes appeal and expresses the personality of the company. Many of the classic cars shown here at the Villa d'Este are worth millions of euros, like this Ferrari 375 MM. The MM stands for Mille Miglia. This vehicle is outfitted with a V12 4,522cc power plant. But what's really unique about this Ferrari, built in 1953, is that all its parts are original. Its owner steadfastly refuses to restore it in any way. It's a different story with this car, which gleams like new. The owner says this is a Lamborghini 400 GT Interim from 1966. Only 23 were ever made. He says it came between the 350 and the 400 GT models, and differs from its successors in the fact that it just has one long bench for cargo in the back and a large rear window. It also has the 4-liter, 12-cylinder Lamborghini engine he adds. Even Fabio Lamborghini, nephew of the car's maker Ferruccio Lamborghini, is thrilled with the Interim.
Nice, beautiful car, dream car. Especially condition, I am very happy to see this old car, Ferruccio Lamborghini, my uncle made in 1966. This is one of the first 400 GT. Very, very special condition. Compliment Mr. Dieter, great collector. Lamborghini. You love Lamborghini car? Yes. Okay.
At the Villa d'Este, the focus is on the cars. Many of their owners prefer not to be named. But some are willing to step into the limelight. Peter Reed has come all the way from the U.S. with his Ferrari 365 GTS in tow. Just 20 were built in the 1960s.
It's amazing. I mean, the quality of the cars here and the people and the setting and the aura of everything here, it's a magical place, and it's a really, really great event with great competition and great cars, and it's all about styling and people, and it's just really, really fun. It's probably one of the best concours, one of the top 5 in the world.
There are a few other Ferraris on display at the Concorso d'Eleganza, but here each vehicle must be able to boast a unique history. This is a Ferrari 375 America Coupe Pininfarina from 1953, says its owner. It was a Pininfarina show car, the first of 12 vehicles built, and was displayed at the Paris Motor Show in 1953. He says it still has the original paint, azzurro, blue, with an avorio or ivory-colored roof, and boasts many details other Ferraris don't. He points out that the Pininfarina badge on the side, highlighted in red with the Pininfarina crown, as being a detail unique to this car.
Das ist beispielsweise ein Detail, das nur dieses Auto hat.
This Lancia Aurelia from 1955 earned a place in cinematic history in Federico Fellini's film La Dolce Vita. Brigitte Bardot acquired the car once shooting was through. The current owner says Jane Fonda brought the car to the U.S. Now it's restored and back in Italy. To those thinking of acquiring a classic car, BMW's Manfred Grunert offers some tips. When looking to the future, you really can't go wrong with coupes or two-seater convertibles, he says, and stresses the importance of rare models. But his advice is to buy a car or motorcycle you love. Then you can't go wrong. And that's the one thing that unites the wealthy owners with the less well-to-do visitors here at the Concorso d'Eleganza, a passion for classic cars. Solo la carrozzeria Spider e la vestirono con questa eleganza.